So that brings us, that interesting series of events brings us to our next segment, jaw-jacking. This I was trying to get to it a minute ago before I was so rudely interrupted by Seraph outside. So this is a segment where two of us, either Tony, me, or Mike, argue about a completely neutral subject. One of us is conservative automatically, one of us is liberal automatically, and we have to argue whether something is liberal or Democrat. All right, so here we go with jaw-jacking.
All right, here we go.
Here we go with jaw-jacking.
Jaw-jacking.
There you go. Thank you, soundboard. So, all right. So who's going to be the debaters today?
Mike will be, and you will be, and I'll be the moderator.
Okay, Mike, do you feel comfortable debating me?
Sure. Maybe.
All right. Well, I mean, you just be you, man. Would you like the left or right side?
I'll take the right.
The right? Okay. So I'll take the left. Mike, I'm sorry, Tony. What is our completely neutral subject today?
Oh, good one here. Unicorns.
Unicorns. So, are unicorns liberal or are they conservative? Mike is on the conservative side. I am on the liberal side. We are going to flip a coin to see who goes first. Mike, would you call it in the air, heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads. Okay, heads, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first. All right. Well, I mean, unicorns are fantasy creatures, so like they're the stuff of dreams, you know, and like one of the main points of the conservative viewpoint is the American dream, you know, so they're closely related, and you have the freedom to believe whatever you want, so you can like believe in unicorns if you want to, you know. I'm not gonna stop you, and yeah, that's about all I got.
So, Mr. Mike, is that end of your conversation right there? Is that your?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, Mr. Dave, go ahead.
All right. Okay. So my opponent over here seems to think the unicorns are not real. He seems to believe that unicorns are fantasy, which I, with my truth, decide is not accurate. Unicorns, I would argue, are more real than some may think. What is a horse but a unicorn that has not transitioned into being a unicorn? So what I'm really saying here, saying, no, you shut up now. You shut up, my turn. You shut up. You put a lid on it, mister. My turn.
You must specify which transition the unicorn has made.
He is transitioning from horse to unicorn. Okay?
It's 1 through 96.
Okay, well that's the Canadian rules. In America, the transition number is 455.B, okay? So get your facts straight, Mr. Moderator, before I come over there and slap the taste out your mouth. Okay?
I was just trying
to
get it
okay.
Right.
Hey, my hand is raised. Do you know what that means?
That's your Oprah?
No, it means that someone's about to get a slapping. Do you want a slapping?
Oh, okay.
All right. So, shush. All right. So, I will continue with the rest of my time. Thank you very much. By the way, he's a white man. So, you know. Anywho, unicorns are transitioning. And my opponent here would argue that transitions are not real. I argue against that idea. I believe unicorns are real, as long as you believe so. Thank you very much. It is your floor, Mr. Conservative. Good luck.
Rebuttal on that?
Well, I mean, if you just look at the scientific evidence, like, even if unicorns were real creatures, which they aren't, just because you have some fancy surgery to, add a horn onto a horse doesn't make it a unicorn. The genetics just, you're not changing the genetics. It's still a friggin' horse. And
What? Is that everything? Is that all you got?
I mean, I think it's fairly self-evident that like science just doesn't support your view.
Well,
I mean,
to you, sir, to you,
you can believe
sir,
whatever you want, but that doesn't change reality.
to you, sir, the genetics link horses from unicorns. But my question for you is, have you ever seen a unicorn's DNA? Have you ever seen a unicorn's DNA, sir? I have.
Please elaborate. You've actually seen the unicorn's DNA.
Yeah.
I would actually love to see that evidence if you could actually produce it.
Well, the thing is, though, I ate it. I was eating it. I was eating the unicorn, the last unicorn. I was eating him. And...
Oh, well, isn't that convenient?
Well, it was convenient at the time because it gives me superpowers. So, but the thing is,
Okay.
let me, hey, let me talk now. Fuck, you're the worst moderator I've ever seen, and not just because you're the worst white moderator I've ever seen, and I've seen every white moderator, because if you've seen one, you've seen them all, okay? So you shush now, okay, you cis white fucking male.
There he goes.
So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna tie this to something that you can wrap your narrow conservative mind around there, Mike. Are you aware that dogs and wolves share exactly the same DNA?
Yes. Because they are essentially the same creature.
Yes, they're essentially the same creature with essentially the exact same DNA. And that is what a unicorn is to a horse. Match it. I mean, it's not too hard to match the pictures there, Mr. Conservative.
Right, but do you have an actual horse that has a horn on its head?
I ate him. I told you that. I mean, how can I spell this out for you, dum-dum, if you don't really want to listen to me? I'm trying to educate. I'm educating you on this.
To prove your point.
Mr. Dave, as a moderator, I need some proof you have a horn.
Hey, Mr. Moderator, you listen. You gotta listen right now, okay? Unicorns, unicorn lives do matter, and you cannot hold them in a box.
Do you at least have a picture?
Yeah, I do. Here you go.
This has clearly been photoshopped.
I don't believe so. Now, maybe I did put a filter over it to kind of get the glare away, but...
If you put a pony with a big, huge elephant tusk on its head, it's clearly just not right there.
Okay, that was a joke. Okay. This is the real picture. Here you go, Mr. Moderator. Whoa. Take a look.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whose dick is that?
Mine. Obviously, it's mine. My dick is a unicorn. My dick is a unicorn.
Dave, why did you?
That is not evidence.
I don't see any evidence to the contrary that it's not a unicorn because you don't have a thing to compare it to. Okay? It's different. Look, there's a horn on it.
Dave, that is clearly your dick on a horse's head.
I believe I rest my case. I think you just I think you just gave me the win, right, Mr. Moderator? Thank you.
Well, I don't know. You're kind of rude and all that stuff. So,
Who wins? Who wins here? Who wins, Mr. Moderator?
Well, Mike, you want to go for a counter rebuttal? I mean,
your final statement, Mr. Conservative.
All right, fine.
Fucking asshole.
I think it should be clear at this point that my opponent has not produced a shred of evidence to prove that unicorns exist, and
no, yes,
and I guess we're actually kind of getting off topic because we're what were we talking about again?
We were arguing whether unicorns
conservative or not.
Yeah, whether they were liberal or conservative.
See, that's a common liberal tactic, is they like to distract you from what the real issue is, and they get you off on these tangents, and they're trying to make you forget that, unicorns are just an idea, and America is built on ideas, and, without ideas, we wouldn't be able to, influence the culture, and, and we need to be free to express ourselves, and
yes, free to express ourselves with the arts, sir. We have to be open-minded to the possibilities that unicorns are real. Mr. Moderator, I will come over there and I will shove this unicorn up your ass.
Oh, really?
See, right now my opponent is trying to...
Hey, you want to go, Mr. Conservative? I'll come over there, boy. I'll put a smackdown on you.
I would love to see you try.
Hey, all right,
okay. You want to see me try? You want to see me try?
Dave, chill up. Mike, are you done with your final speech there?
Yes.
Okay, my turn.
Is your butt clear of all unicorns from around you?
You're talking to me?
No. Anyway, Mr. Dave, go right on ahead.
Okay, with my final statements. Okay, the argument today is whether unicorns are liberal, free-thinking, progressive-minded, overachieving, bigger dicks, more women, and of course, marijuana. Hey, this is my argument. Okay?
Global whoring.
Or conservative, narrow-minded. Nothing's real until you see it. And you can't even think about it. But if you can't think about it, unicorns, if they aren't real, which I believe they are a good imagination. Name me one mythical creature that would exist without the liberal mindset of imagination and open-mindedness and no whites.
Loch Ness Monster?
No, he clearly exists because of black folks from Africa.
Oh, okay.
Are you saying that conservatives are not imaginative?
I don't believe you are.
Okay. I disagree with that.
You name me one conservative that has an imagination who isn't white.
Edison.
I'm waiting. Can't even think of one. Proves my point. I rest my case. Unicorns are liberal because they fuck everything. Okay, I rest my case. Mr. Moderator, woo!
Yes, sir. So, is that the end of your...
That's it. Unicorns are liberal because they fuck everything and there's no white one among them. Except for Pegasus, but he was a dick.
Wow. Oh, wow.
We hate Pegasus. We fired him. He was actually the unicorn I ate.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
It gives you invincibility.
Well, on this note, let me deliberate for 2 or 3 minutes. You guys two talk.
Okay.
Discuss.
Okay.
Give me a minute to confirm. I've come back and I'm ruling in a judgment of Mike.
See? Told you. Doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, does he? Does he? Do you, Tony?
He seems like a reasonable man.
I don't think so. Look at how white he is, and straight, and he's getting married. Oh, I see. It's just a big conspiracy up against the liberal in the room, because I'm the only one who believes if you fuck a unicorn, you get into Valhalla. That is my truth.
That could have had something to do with it.
That is my truth.
Is that true?
I believe so. I believe it is. You go fuck a unicorn and tell me. Okay, so with that note, it brings us to the end of Jaajacking.